Welcome back, guys. My name's Ivor Churchill, and I'm on a mission to help everybody to master their minds, understand their paradigm, and get what they want in life and business. So, with that being said, today the video is Master Cause and Effect. So, cause and effect is a huge thing. If you can just become aware of it, if you can just master it, it'll transform your life. It will radically change things for you. And we're going to go through 5 points why I think this is such a powerful thing and why it really changed my life massively. So, number one, you are the cause. So, what I mean by this is you've got to understand that everything is cause and effect. Everything in your life is an effect of a cause. So what that means is your current situation, your current state is the effect of everything that you have thought, all your beliefs, all your emotions, all of your actions. So, and those things are all interconnected because they're all like a feedback loop, a system. And that's all part of your paradigm. We're going to go break down the paradigm in more detail in other videos. But today, we're just going to get into cause and effect because I think if you can master cause and effect, if you can really learn to understand it, you can really change how you interact with the world and the results you get in your life. So once I understood this, I really focused on reminding myself every day of cause and effect. I even went to the extent of printing on my credit card, my bank card, C equals E, cause equals effect. Because I always wanted to remember, money is the effect of causes. Now, you might think, yeah, this is obvious, like, of course, you cause money coming into your bank account. You have to work, right? But it's more complex than that because you are causing things with little things that you don't even think about. Thoughts, for example. You probably just think, oh yeah, I just think stuff, doesn't really matter. Everything matters. Everything is a cause. Everything you watch is a cause to an effect. If you watch some, stressful, negative news. Today I was looking at X and I went down a rabbit hole I probably shouldn't have gone down. And I started feeling really bad. That is the effect of the cause of looking at negative stimulus. And that will have an effect into the future that I can't really be aware of right now. So once you are aware of this, then you realize like everything you think is very important. So you only want to think things that would cause the effects you want. Everything you believe is very important. So you only want to believe and program the right beliefs that will get you the results you want. And so when you accept this, then you become the cause. You become the master of your reality because you know I can just cause whatever effects I want. You're not dependent on, some external motivation or some external sort of guidance and people helping you. You understand you totally control your reality with what you choose to think, believe, feel, visualize, and do in your life. So you are the cause. That's the first one. You really got to remember that. You are the cause and you create effects in your life. I always think about this example, like if you take people who are in prison they always blame everybody else. It wasn't their fault. I mean, not. I'm generalizing. Some of them don't blame everybody else. They accept they are to blame, but a lot of the time it's always somebody else's fault. And you see this in general in society. People complain, people criticize. That's a cause to an effect. If you criticize other people, it's going to have an effect on you. So you always want to be causing positive things. So you want to be complimentary about people. You want to give tips. You want to, cause a positive effect. Okay, so that is the example. So take ownership of being the creator of the effects you want, and everything will change. So number 2 is create causes. So this is a fun next step to accepting you are in control. So what you do is you just think, what causes do I need to take to reach or create the effects that I want? So if you want more money, or if you want, to have a certain relationship, you instead of focusing so much on that goal, I want more money, just focus on the effect. Because you can't focus on the cause, because you can't create the effect without creating the cause. So the effect is good to think about, but it's not the important thing. The important thing is the cause. So focus on the cause, and then you'll create the effect. So, and this comes down to little things like thinking. I always ask myself this question: how would I need to think to reach the goal I have? Or if I'm in a bad situation, how would I think if I was in the opposite of this situation? You take control of the causes, and you can transform how you create things in your life. So create causes, control your thinking, your beliefs, your actions, obviously, your emotions. And all of this is downstream from your thoughts and your beliefs. And we'll get into programming beliefs in other videos and visualization, but that is creating causes. So 3 is correct causes. So this is a powerful, powerful thing, because right now we can become actively creating better causes, so better effects. But also in the past, we have been unconscious, and we've been creating effects that we don't want in our lives. So all of these causes have long-term ripple effects in our lives. Time works like a feedback loop. It sort of amplifies. That's why good actions today, over time, consistently, just have massive effects. Same way bad actions in the past have this massive ripple effect that just amplifies over time. So what we can do is we can correct these things. This is a super powerful thing to do. I think it's pretty similar to like when people become religious. They sort of make up for their sins and make up for their mistakes, right? So what we can do a similar thing. We can make a list of all the things we've done that we shouldn't have done. Bad causes, maybe something bad you said, all these kind of things. And all you have to do is just create or write down a different cause. So like the opposite, right? So if we said something bad, we would say, okay, I'm going to apologize to that person. So you're kind of neutralizing it, all right? And this will have a very powerful effect in your life. It'll just cleanse you of any kind of bad karma, so to speak. Because, you know, there's a real thing. We carry around a lot of baggage from the past. So we've got to clean that out. And I'm still working through these kind of things as well. And, you know, it's daunting at first, but it's like very freeing. It's like deleting files on your computer that you don't need, or cleaning up your apartment. It's like, makes you feel amazing. So that is number 3. Number 4, focus on causes. So as I said, create causes, but the number 4 is slightly different because, like I said about my bank card, I want to always remind myself of cause and effect. Because if I always remind myself of cause and effect, I always know that moment by moment, I'm causing the effects of my future. So if I just become aware of this, and every day I focus on causing the right effects, I focus on causing the right effects. So I just become super conscious and aware that all I have to do is cause the right effects. So take the right causes, think the right thoughts, program the right beliefs, have the right emotions and the right actions. Every day, just do that, and the effects will come. So that's a really powerful thing. You can write this down on a piece of paper. You can write down cause equals effect, and you can look at it every day or put it somewhere where you'll see it in your apartment and just remind yourself. And every time you see it, okay, I need to think the right way. I need to focus on taking the right actions, and that will help my life to create the effects I want. So number 5, the last one, wait for effects. Number 5 is really key. It's the last point, and it's really important because doing all these things is great. It will change your life. But one thing you've always got to remember is there is a delay between the cause and effect. And this is the reason people don't know cause and effect is controlling their life. They think things are random, out of their control. It's because of the delay. So you take a thought, you take a cause, you think the right way all day long. And maybe you feel a little bit better, but it doesn't like radically change your life immediately. But all those thoughts, the true effect can come like 1 week later, 2 weeks later, even a month later. And when you consistently do this, like let's say you start working hard on your business. You work, and you're like, where are the causes? Where are the effects? They're not here yet. And then after about 1-2 weeks, whoa, things start happening. Like people start paying you money and like good things start happening. But for about 2 weeks, you're like, what's going on? But that's because of the delay. So you have to wait for the delay. You have to be patient, and you have to trust, focus on causes, remind yourself, and wait for the effects. Okay, guys, that is the 5 points on master, cause, and effect. I hope you found this really valuable. And if you did, that was awesome. And yeah, see you next time.